Hello, my name is Justin and I just released a TTRPG. Let's talk about it. At the time of writing this script, this sentence, I've been working on Real Fear for a year and a half. In that time, I've grown, I've messed up, neglected the heck out of this channel, even made some good calls, and created a full-blown, albeit rules light, game. Rulebook and all. So today I wanted to talk about it for a little bit. Alright, so what is Real Fear? Real Fear is a rules light horror survival TTRPG where you don't play heroes. Instead, you're actors cast in a horror film trying to help your character survive whatever horrifying situation the director throws at you, all the while acting out your character's motivation. This isn't just horror, though. This is campy horror. You get a little scary and you get a little silly. So feel free to lean into those classic tropes and make your own ridiculous characters and circumstances within the system. Real Fear is also built with homebrew in mind. There's an entire section on creating your own adventures and antagonists, and I cannot wait to see what people end up creating. Interested? Well, the game is out as I speak. The physical book will come out a bit later, but the PDF version of the game is out right now. You get the 118-page core rulebook, a character sheet PDF, and print and play cards PDF for those who hate writing down your abilities and such. Real Fear is up on both itch.io and DriveThruRPG, and I'd be honored as hell if you gave the game a try and supported this indie creator. Now how about we look under the hood of this bad boy and see what makes Real Fear tick? Real Fear runs on an all D8 dice pool system, which means whenever your character goes to do something, you roll a number of D8s equal to your relevant stat. Depending on what you roll, each die is a success or a failure. Get enough successes and your character succeeds. Don't, and you fail. In the game, there are 3 main stats: grit, influence, and insight. You want to wrestle a werewolf? You're going to need a hell of a lot of grit. Want to deliver an off-the-cuff monologue so your friend can steal a set of keys from the guard? Well, that'd be influence. Want to hotwire the literal monster truck that just ate you? Well, good luck, and that'll take some major insight. But the bread and butter of Real Fear is in its mechanics, so let's check some out. Rewrites. In the fiction of the game, rewrites are an actor's power on set. Mechanically, there are a set of points each character has that they can spend to add to die rolls, re-roll dice, and even add dice to rolls. Players can use rewrites at any moment, though they are limited. Use them too early, and you might not survive until the credits roll. Speaking of not surviving, let's talk about whispers. When a player's character perishes, they become a whisper, something akin to a ghost, a hint of a former life. And as a whisper, you have the ability to assist characters in their roles, move objects, whisper, and even possess NPCs for a short time. Running checks. In horror films, when characters run, they usually fall down. That being said, when running away in Real Fear, the director might just ask you to make a running check. Roll and succeed, or fall down and take a debuff for a period of time, and maybe even some damage. Trauma checks. There will be points in the story where player characters experience mental visions, flashbacks, or just see something really freaking scary. At those points, you'll be asked to make a trauma check. Succeed or take mind damage. Lose all your mind points and be written out of the story completely. And take over an NPC. Motivations. Your motivation is the backbone of your character and what you'll be working toward throughout the session. Each one is something like cowardice or mischievousness or even bravery. If you act out your motivation successfully in a scene, the director has the ability to grant you more rewrites. And last but not least, we have continuity errors. Every session, the players will have 2 continuity errors that they can use. Doesn't matter who uses them. A continuity error is simply a change in the story. The only limit is the player's imagination and the director's kindness. Say you're reaching for a knife to kill the antagonist, but it's just out of reach. Maybe that knife is a little closer than previously mentioned. Or maybe your character forgot their weapon back at the car. Maybe they didn't forget, and you've just not used it yet. And those are the base mechanics. The lack of a long list of mechanics allows me to experiment from one adventure to another. Say I want to add a new mechanic in one adventure that's great for the theme and the setting of that adventure, but really isn't necessary for the whole of the game. The system is simple enough that adding a mechanic wouldn't cause it to feel cumbersome. So feel free to add your home rules, your stitched together systems to Real Fear. Personally, I'd love to see what you create. Alright, I don't want to keep you too long, just a few final words. I've neglected this channel for a while, which sucks, and I want to change it. And I do plan on kind of resetting and starting again in a way. We'll see what happens when my schedule opens up later this month. So, what's next? Well, I've released the PDF and I'm working on finalizing the design for the physical copy, and that's going to be going up on DriveThruRPG when it's ready. Then I plan on taking the game to events and stores here in Chicago to really try to get this game in front of people. This is the culmination of a year and a half of determination and drive, and it's surreal that the design phase is over, and I'm ready to get the rest of it going. Alright folks, thanks for sticking around. If you have any questions about Real Fear or your own game you're working on, drop them in the comments. Also, this video is great and all, but I've got something even better for you. Links. Yes, in the doobly-doo you will find links to all my various online activities, including the links to Real Fear on itch and DriveThruRPG. Alright, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw here today, give us a comment, a like, a share, or do none of those things. I am not your boss. And I think that's all I got for you right now. As always, stay ugly.